All right, welcome to GS 120 Life Skills. I'm really excited to teach this course and just wanted to introduce myself real quick. So, this is me, obviously, when my hair was longer. This is a photo that was taken of me and my husband shortly before we were married. So, I'm Sister Baumgarten, and when I introduced myself to the ninth graders I taught, they were appalled at my last name. They didn't know if they'd ever be able to say it. So I came up with a way for them to remember it, and they loved it. But I think it does help to remember. It's just a Baum and a garden. You just change the D to a T, Baumgarten, and you're done. So I have been sent Baum emoticons since using this way of remembering. So hopefully that works for you, and you can remember what my last name is. Me and my husband were sealed in the Timpanogos Temple in 2014, and it was a lovely day. It was actually my husband's birthday, so he gets me for his birthday for the rest of his life. And at the beginning of 2016, we had our first child, Theo, and he's a cutie pie. It's sure been a trip becoming a mother, though. I had already been teaching Pathway for a year and a half when Theo was born. So I've been working at home while figuring out motherhood, and it's been really interesting. There have been a lot of joys in it. I mean, what's better than finding your little baby has backed himself under the couch and is singing to himself and smiling up at you. It's pretty fun. Then you get to fish him out, of course, and clean the dust off his belly. But, there's cuddles and giggles, and motherhood is wonderful. But as I'm sure a lot of you know, it doesn't come easily. There's a lot of hard work that goes into being able to enjoy these moments of joy later. And I think that's a lot of what this life skills class tries to teach us. It tries to teach us how to be conscious about how we are doing things now so that in the future, sometimes the very short future, we can have a lot of joy and things can really come together for us. So I've been thinking a lot about how to live consciously in the moment to make sure that I'm setting myself up for better things later. And of course, this is something you think about a lot when you're a brand new mother and you have a screaming child and you have to rearrange your whole schedule just to be able to take care of your child. You can't do anything in an automatic way. You have to think about how to change a diaper. That was new for me. I'm the youngest of 9, so I hadn't practiced that before. You have to think about how to feed your baby because you haven't figured that out either. And there's just so many new things to think about. But once you figure those things out, it's easy to try and get into a pattern again. But just yesterday, my little boy got very sick, and he's been throwing up a lot and has diarrhea, and it's made me realize how much I still need to be conscious about how I'm living right now. Because if I try and do my old patterns, I can quickly get frustrated with the extra attention he needs, with how much I need to change him and change myself because he threw up all over me. But if I live consciously in the moment and choose kindness and patience and choose to put down the things that I feel like I need to do and instead just focus on my child, those moments of joy come. And they come so easily once I'm focused on the moment. So as you go through this life skills class, I hope this is something that you can do, that even though it may interfere with the schedule you've been working with up to this point, you might need to rearrange a lot of things. You might need to put down things that feel very important at the moment and instead focus on the class and focus on changing patterns that the class is teaching you to change. How to not just read through a story, but instead to think about the story and to look for the new pieces in there that you're going to need in order to understand it more deeply, in order to pass a quiz. This class is going to ask you to think about a lot of things in a different way. Finances, how we live our daily lives. But if we can focus on the moment, that way of changing our lives can provide so much joy for us and can change the course of our lives and of where we're going with our lives. So this is something we're all learning together, and for sure I'm learning it with motherhood and with this class. This class gives me a lot to think about as I go through the different assignments with you. And it's so worth it to live in the moment and to choose a new way of doing things. So I'm wishing you the best, and I'm so excited to focus on conscious living with you this semester. Please feel free to contact me at any time with any questions. I would really love to help.